Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your man, the Grass Ninja. I want to talk about the time skip. So I try not to make videos pushing the whole time skip clickbait button, but I think this is interesting because as of chapter 73, there was an interaction of sorts with Kawaki and Boruto that I think has set the stage for why Kawaki has to fight Boruto, or at least in his point of view, why he feels it is unavoidable and inevitable that he will have to slay Boruto. Like, that is their fate. So, the way this is going right now, apparently, every time Momoshiki has made an appearance so far, right, Boruto has been somewhat aware of it. Like, even the first time he hijacked his body with Boruto says that he felt like someone, like he was watching from behind the scenes, right? He could see everything that happened, but he wasn't in control. Then we start getting interactions with Momoshiki and Boruto where, like, Boruto's like sees that time is frozen, and now Momoshiki's like talking to him, right? And that's happened enough times to the point where Boruto is comfortable with the sensation of time being frozen, and he's aware when Momoshiki is around. Apparently, all of that is just Momoshiki's design. Like, he makes his presence known to Boruto on purpose, but he's able to linger and do things without Boruto being, like, aware of what's actually going on, okay? So, in chapter 73, we saw Momoshiki, like, literally, like, stuck to Boruto's shoulder. Like, he was, like, sniffing Boruto. That's how close he was to Boruto. And Kawaki could see it. And even Sasuke could sense a similar sensation to back when he had his Rinnegan. So, like, Momoshiki was there. Boruto was unaware, though. Like, he was right next to Boruto, like, literally in his eye line. But Momoshiki was basically hidden to even Boruto, but not Kawaki, which is insane. So, if Kawaki, right, actually is 100% Otsutsuki, like how Code suggested, does that mean he'll be able to, like, see Momoshiki even though Boruto can't? Like if Boruto can't see Momoshiki because Momoshiki is has an ability he can use to hide himself from Boruto, why isn't it working on Kawaki, right? So, like, is Kawaki evolving to the point where, like, he's adapting new skills or abilities that'll literally allow him to see the Otsutsuki tethered to Boruto plain as day? Like, it's unavoidable. There's no way Momoshiki can hide from Kawaki. He'll always be there. Like, now the other interesting thing is that Momoshiki, like, his presence started boiling up to the surface, right? It wasn't like he had just taken over, but he started to, like, manifest his chakra or something. He started to flex a little bit because even Sasuke could pick up on the sensation, right? So, like, when that happened, Kawaki could clearly see Momoshiki. So if that is the case, right, and in the future, right, like, up to the events that lead to the Boruto time skip, what if there's more interactions like that? What if there's more cases of Kawaki seeing Momoshiki floating behind Boruto or hanging off of Boruto's shoulder, and it's inevitable in Kawaki's mind, and he'll feel he's given no choice but to either, he has to deal with Momoshiki eventually. He's the strongest one in Konoha. He's the only one who could reliably handle that situation, and he'll feel like he has to protect the village. He has to protect Naruto because Momoshiki's a threat. He's already killed Boruto once, and in his mind, he would do it again, and Boruto would be grateful for it, right? So here's the scariest thing now. If Kawaki truly can just see Momoshiki, right, and it does evolve to the point where it's like, whenever he, like, if Kawaki tries hard enough, he can just make himself see, like, Momoshiki. It's not something where Momoshiki starts to make his presence known and Kawaki picks up on it. It's like, no, I can peer into your soul with my dojutsu and I can see Momoshiki. This could be some Hagoromo level shit right here, okay? This is 6 pass level stuff that Kawaki's pulling off. Now, the scary thing is, right? Okay, so Momoshiki, right? He gave off some sort of aura or sort of sensation that Sasuke was able to pick up on, and he remembered it was just like back when Momoshiki had planted karma on Boruto, right? So Sasuke, his Rinnegan, was able to see Momoshiki in this time-freezing state, right? With the Rinnegan. That same Rinnegan, which was directly gifted to him by Hagoromo Otsutsuki, right? So, if Hagoromo, right, gave Sasuke the Rinnegan, right, it's possible Hagoromo would have also been able to have seen this sort of soul interaction. But even if we don't even have to go hypothetical, he was able to clearly see Indra and Ashura's chakra tethered to Sasuke and Naruto back in the war arc. Like, it was clear as day. He's like, you might not be able to see it, but I can clearly see my son's chakra are lingering in your bodies, or tethered to your soul, right? Now, Kawaki being able to see Momoshiki tethered to Boruto, clear as day, is the freakiest part ever, because that means he's pulling off a 6 pass level feat, or at least he's doing something similar. And if that translates into the time skip, like, the expectations I have for Kawaki in the time skip, it's going to be brutal. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, we don't know what the Jogan's gonna do, but unless it can, like, negate Kawaki's abilities, like Kawaki is going to steal the show. The way this works for Kawaki is that, like, all Naruto fights, right? All Naruto fights basically follow this similar formula where they kind of progress and evolve and come to the climax. So it's basically like they all start off with like taijutsu or hand to hand, and then they kind of get a little bit more complex and they involve ninja tools and things after that. And then you eventually evolve the fight into all out ninjutsu and then transformations and then ninjutsu, and it kind of boils back down, right? So the way the fighting is structured, like almost every fight follows this pattern. And with Boruto, if he does go all out against Kawaki, with what we know now, Kawaki has such an advantage because he basically cuts out the ability to use either ninja tools or ninjutsu. So even if Boruto tries to use some tricks or do anything with some Uchiha style shuriken jutsu, whatever, it wouldn't matter because Kawaki can negate your ninja tools. Like in the time skip, we see Boruto rocking Sasuke's cloak and his sword and his headband and everything, and we're like, yo, what's going on? That sword is useless because Kawaki can just shrink it away or steal it from Boruto and then use it against him with like Daikokuten. So that's the scary thing. Like ninja tools won't be a thing when you're fighting Kawaki. And then straight up regular ninjutsu also is out of the question because he can absorb chakra with the karma seal. So like the only way to fight Kawaki would be taijutsu. And the scary thing is that he has Ishiki's well of knowledge plus abilities, so he can fight exactly how we saw Jigen and Ishiki fighting, plus shadow clones from Naruto. Like Kawaki in the future, in Kawaki right now, untouchable. Like I'm trying to tell you, like he can literally shrink himself into a separate dimension, void of time, and then just wait for you to die. Like that's the scary thing, bro. Kawaki in the future, he is a problem that is yet to be solved. There is no way to counter him, and everyone says the Jogan, they'll do something with the Jogan. I don't even think the Jogan will be able to counter what Kawaki can do. If anything, it'll like boost up. Like the only way you can beat Kawaki is if you can somehow bring Boruto up to Baryon mode Naruto's levels of taijutsu and speed, because that was the only thing we've seen overwhelm a being like Ishiki, and he wasn't even at his apex. He wasn't even at the top. He was literally dying as fighting Baryon mode. Kawaki will be a healthy, younger, more trained and more abilities version of Ishiki. Now, putting Boruto up against a superior version of Ishiki, that's scary, right? That's not gonna be an easy fight. And even with, no matter what jutsu you want to imagine you give Boruto, like you could even give him Sage mode. What is that gonna do when you get destroyed by the chakra absorbing rods, bro? Like he can literally mess, like I'm pretty sure the cubes also like disrupt the flow of chakra in the area. He could probably imprison you in an area where it's harder to gather nature energy. Like Kawaki is literally hacks, and I'm pretty sure the only way that you're gonna beat Kawaki is by like talk no jutsu. All right, you're gonna have to change his ideology because the way it is now, Kawaki's too busted. And the fact that in the post era or whatever, the prior to the time skip era of Boruto, this flashback era of Boruto, Kawaki's already pulling off hagoromo level feats, right? And it's not even Boruto was picking up on the fact that Momoshiki was there, right? Now, if it does evolve into the point where like Kawaki will always be able to just see Momoshiki lingering on Boruto, right? Then he'll feel like he has no choice. It'll be inevitable. They'll one day have to fight, and they'll one day have to deal with Momoshiki, which means one day Kawaki's going to have to try and kill Boruto again. And if that's where the events that initiate the time skip flash forward sequence or whatever, if that's why they're doing it, like, I don't even think it's going to be they fought, destroyed the village, and then that eventually turned into the time skip era. I'm pretty sure there's probably some other entity, some other villain that they fought in Konoha, they won, and then Kawaki's like, look man, it's not over, and he'll pull a Sasuke, like, I know the war and everything's over, but we still have to deal with Momoshiki inside of you, and like, you might not be able to see it, but I can clearly see him, like, literally just like sitting on your shoulder or like floating next to you, like, all the time. And that might be one of the triggers where it's like, I can't trust him, he's tried to harm our people, and you can't control him, because at any point he can just hijack you like that. Like, you know, he's always there. I can literally see him. So like, it's like if Kawaki evolves to the point where he can just always see Momoshiki, then he is on, like, literally on hagoromo level, where he could easily just, like, he's like, it's easy for me to see Indra and Ashura's chakra tethered to your bodies. Like, that might be the level of finesse Kawaki's at in the future. And I'm trying to tell you, like, Boruto, like, give him a sword, give him whatever, it doesn't matter, unless you're one of those people that subscribe to the theory of, like, Sasuke seals himself into the sword, so the sword's technically alive, so it can't be shrunk, or, like, Boruto's sword is just a shadow clone using transformation. Like, I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, there's no way he's going into that fight with a sword or using some kenjutsu, ninjutsu collaboration thing. Like, nothing he can do will be able to actually hit Kawaki. Kawaki's instantaneous with the Sukuna Hikona. He can literally cancel out any ninja tools, any ninjutsu you'd fire at him, and then he can copy Ishiki's taijutsu, something that was only trumped by Baryon mode Naruto at its apex. So, like, Kawaki, he is literally being set up for, like, top dog, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, Damon wasn't even stated to be stronger than Ishiki. Damon is supposed to be stronger than Jigen. Kawaki is going to surpass Jigen, and then some. So, like, where we're at now, like, it's really crazy to believe, to just, like, break down how strong Kawaki's actually becoming. Like, it's not even the time skip yet, and he's already got 6 paths level feats, like, in just his sensory capabilities. Like, that's how powerful Kawaki is. His sensory capabilities are 6 paths tier. But, you know, I'm your man, the Grass Ninja. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think Kawaki has evolved? Do you think he's evolved now that he is considered 100% Otsutsuki-fied? What other abilities or skills can we expect from Boruto and Kawaki now that they're both at 100%? And yeah, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'm your man, the Grass Ninja. Peace.